What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Roaring Kitty once again, guys. And like I keep telling you, Roaring Kitty have so many different narratives. So if you guys are not paying attention to the different narratives that Roaring Kitty have, then again, you're just going to get caught off guard once you start seeing this thing start going parabolic once again. Now, the overall market, it is very volatile because we had Bitcoin above 70K. It is around the election time. So historically speaking, when it's around election time, Bitcoin tend to either have a dip, for a short period of time, but really going into the latter part of November, we should really start to see this thing pick up. So for me right now, I'm not day trading or investing into anything. I'm just sticking to the old, my same pattern of just investing long term and taking advantage of the people who are panicking right now, and being able to purchase some of their assets that they're selling. So that's the easiest way to do it. Keep it as simple as possible. That's the name of the game. Like, people try to overcomplicate things, you really don't. All you have to do is just keep it simple. So Bitcoin right now, again, is at 69,162. I don't know if I already told you guys this, but go ahead, smash the like button, leave a comment. I definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about Roaring Kitty. Now, taking a quick look though at this. The Roaring Kitty X account stated this. It says Shibarium is a sleeping giant. Guys, this is the same thing that I've been saying, same thing I've been talking about, because Shibarium, once again, the gas on Shibarium is bone, right? Historically speaking, gas tokens on chains, they tend to do well. They tend to do well, especially in a during the bull cycle. You even seen Kronos, and I'm glad I saw a video by Pablo, and he was talking about like how he was able to turn seven figures with Crow, while everything else was just mooning and Crow wasn't just doing anything. But eventually it ended up catching on, and I think that might be the same thing that may happen to Shibarium. And this is why you're supposed to be in the play before anybody else is in the play, so that way you can be able to reap the reward. So when it comes to Bone, right now it's at 36 cents, right? Shibarium network, it still needs more project, because the Shibarium or Bone reaching $100 like I predicted, like I mentioned, in the videos that I made, it is contingent upon projects being built onto Shibarium. So more project that built on Shibarium, then the more likelihood we are going to see that $100 bone price. So if projects are not being listed or not building on Shibarium, then you're going to be able to see like a stagnant price of bone, or the price would start to decrease. But it is definitely still giving, good buying opportunities. Of course, not financial advice, of course, but just looking at it at 36 cents, and I'm still thinking this can be $100 price target. So when it comes to Roaring Kitty, one of the biggest advantage for Roaring Kitty is the different narratives that it has. It has the Keith Gill narrative, from GameStop. It has the Wall Street Bet. It has the cat narrative, and it also have a lot of OGs that were or initially invested into Shiba Inu in the early stages. A lot of them, they flocked to Roaring Kitty due to the fact that it reminds them of how the early days of Shiba Inu was. So if something reminds you of, and you're starting to see a lot of the success that it's having, it's almost, similar. Like, I wouldn't say it's exactly like, but it is. It does give the same feel, and people remember how they felt in certain assets, and with that emotional tie, it allows them to be able to come and be invested into it. And this is why I like Roaring Kitty so much, because I remember how it felt being into Shiba Inu early on, and seeing, how this is developing. It's giving me that conviction, like, oh my god, this is the next thing. So with all those different narratives, and I only just named just a few, this narrative, the Shibarium narrative, I think that is very, very undervalued. I mean, I talked about it before, but I'm just gonna go a little bit more in depth, and that's dealing with the liquidity pool. So it goes back to Bone. Bone again is the gas token on Shibarium. So in order for us to have and this is I'm talking about, this is after Roaring Kitty gets bridged over to Shibarium, setting up a liquidity pool. So once a liquidity pool is set up, if we're talking about with current funds that we have right now, we have 14,000 bone at the current price right now. It's roughly around like $5,064.12. So what we would have to do, we would have to match this same dollar amount in the pool. So that's equivalent to around 418,000 Roaring Kitty token. So we already have that amount and we have this amount. So we are able to do a liquidity pool. So the liquidity pool starting off would just be a $10,000 liquidity pool. So hopefully I didn't lose you guys. Essentially, you're getting two coins together with the same dollar amount, and you're pairing it up in a liquidity pool so that way people could buy and sell to be able to have that. Now, the interesting part about this narrative and how Shibarium could really send Roaring Kitty to the moon is based upon price appreciation with Bone. Bone is at a very, very nice price right now. Again, 36 cents. That is a nice price. So if Bone, with the amount that we currently have, goes only to $10, guys, just going up to $10, because of how liquidity pools are structured, the underlying asset would automatically just bring up the other asset that's in the pool with it. This would make a Roaring Kitty price to be at 33 cents. Just off of Bone, without no buys, no sell. Everything still staying within a liquidity pool. This 14,000, and you know, and Bone just goes to $10. It's gonna automatically boost up the liquidity to $140,000 worth of Bone, and based upon the current amount of Roaring Kitty that's in the pool, it will just be divided by that, which will give you this 33 cents price, which would make it a $313 million market cap. That is roughly what, a 27x away from the current price. So if you invest $100 right now into Roaring Kitty, and it gets to the $330 million market cap, you're looking at $2,700. That is a nice return. Now, you start adding more zeros to it. Let's say you add 1,000, you're looking at $27,000. Now you add $10,000, you're looking at $270,000, and of course you add 100,000, you're looking at $2.7 million. Like, that is insane amount of return. And again, it's just only based upon one of the narratives, which is just the Shibarium piece. So this is why when you see a lot of people are like, gunning hole just for us to get onto Shibarium, it's due to this, you know. And of course, this is based upon no buys, no sells, but we're gonna get buys and sells. So the price that I'm even just showing you guys, like how much $100 could flip into, would typically be a lot more, because as more buys go in to the liquidity pool, then it's good. It's just gonna be pretty much uh an extra kicker with more buys coming into it. So hopefully you guys are excited as I am, and you guys probably wonder why I made that one X post. Let me show you. This was the reason why I made this X post, right? Uh, I've been retweeting a lot there. Yeah, this is the reason why I made this post, because like if you understand just simple liquidity pool and the magic that it does, guys, it's gonna make the asset in itself go to the moon. So with Bone being low, um, it's definitely going to be a great opportunity for us to get on there. So we're still working to be able to get on there. We're going to get in there in due time. So everybody do not panic. Like, oh my God, we're going to miss out on this huge opportunity. No, we're not going to miss out on the huge opportunity, because we still own Bone. And being the fact that we own Bone, that's still going to be able to help us out too. But let me know in the comment down below your thoughts, your opinion about all this. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace.